Welcome back to part 4 of A Christmas Dream and How It Came True. We are reading it through the Old Christmas Tales, published by Heartwarming Classics by a gentleman named James M. Hart. I just want you to know it has been my pleasure to read this for you, and anytime Crystal is too sick to speak, I will be happy to step in for her if that is okay with you. So, here is the rest of A Christmas Dream and How It Came True. Then each was led to her own tree by the good ladies who had helped Mamma with all their hearts, and the happy hubbub that arose would have satisfied even Santa Claus himself. Shrieks of joy, dances of delight, laughter and tears, for some tender little things could not bear so much pleasure at once, and sobbed with mouths full of candy and hands full of toys. How they ran to show one another the new treasures, how they peeped and tasted, pulled and pinched until the air was full of queer noises, the floor covered with papers, and the little trees left bare of all but candles. I don't think heaven can be any gooder than this, sighed one small girl, as she looked about her in a blissful maze, holding her full apron with one hand, while she luxuriously carried sugar plums to her mouth with the other. Is that a truly angel up there? Asked another, fascinated by the little white figure with the wreath on its shining hair, who in some mysterious way had been the cause of all this merrymaking. I wish I dared to go and kiss her for the splendid party, said a lame child, leaning on her crutch as she stood near the steps, wondering how it seemed to sit in a mother's lap, as Effie was doing, while she watched the happy scene before her. Effie heard her, and remembering Tiny Tim, ran down and put her arms about the pale child, kissing the wistful face as she said sweetly, "You may, but Mamma deserves the thanks. She did it all. I only dreamed about it." Lame Katy felt as if a truly angel was embracing her and could only stammer out her thanks, while the other children ran to see the pretty spirit and touch her soft dress until she stood in a crowd of blue gowns, laughing as they held up their gifts for her to see and admire. Mamma leaned down and whispered one word to to the older girls, and suddenly they all took hands to dance round Effie, singing as they skipped. It was a pretty sight, and the ladies found it hard to break up the happy revel. But it was late for small people, and too much fun is a mistake. So the girls fell into line and marched before Effie and Mamma again to say good night with such grateful little faces that the eyes of those who looked grew dim with tears. Mamma kissed every one, and many a hungry childish heart felt as if the touch of those tender lips was their best gift. Effie shook so many small hands that her own tingled, and when Katy came, she pressed a small doll into Effie's hand, whispering, "You didn't have a single present, and we had lots. Do keep that. It's the prettiest thing I got." "I will," answered Effie, and held it fast until the last smiling face was gone, the surprise all over, and she safe in her own bed, too tired and happy for anything but sleep. "Mamma, it was a beautiful surprise, and I thank you so much. I don't see how you did it, but I like it best of all Christmases I've ever had, and mean to make one every year. I had my splendid big present, and here is the dear little one to keep for love of poor Katie. So even that part of my wish came true, and Effie fell asleep with a happy smile on her lips, her one humble gift still in her hand, and a new love for Christmas in her heart that never changed through a long life spent in doing good. And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. So, have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I might be reading for you again. Thank you.